Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Jace Race 2025 is Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska Junior Senior High School in New Sharon. The 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. To sign up, use the links on the North Mahaska Education Foundation's Facebook page. Pre-registration guarantees you a t-shirt, but you can also sign up the day of the race. There will be some giveaways and first place prizes. In memory of Jace Carrico, who passed in 2008, the Carrico family appreciates the community's support.
Southern Iowa, it's rodeo time. The 2025 Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo returns Saturday, June 7th at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Rogue Rodeo brings us 8 thrilling events, a bull ride showdown, comedy from Ronald Burton, and the dazzling Diamonds and Dust performance. Gates open at 5 p.m. for food, fun, and high-energy action await. Tickets on sale now at albiachambermainstreet.org. Adults $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids only $10. Saddle up for a night of tradition and thrill. Don't miss it.
Neil,
Hey, man, what's up?
you want to do some radio?
Radio? I haven't been on the radio for a long time. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Skunk River Radio. Let's get skunky.
The band Full Circle is coming to rock the Keswick Tavern this Saturday, May 31st from 8 to midnight. Full Circle is a professional 5-piece band playing popular 100% danceable covers of classic rock, pop, and R&B from the 1970s through today. The Keswick Tavern is located at 117 South Irons in Keswick. So make plans this Saturday night to meet your friends at the Keswick Tavern for the band Full Circle. As always, there's no cover charge at the Keswick Tavern. Hey, it is time for Real Talk. We're going to get real here on Steve Shuttler Media on this Monday. We got myself and Pastor Aaron Fleming, my good friend from Wellman, Iowa. Aaron, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve, and I'm going to try some headphones on here because I've been jealous of you for a very long time.
We'll see how loud are they? Are they deafening?
They are not turned on at all. I can hear nothing.
Well, I mean, you can keep them on and look cool if you want. There.
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Okay, this is real talk, but not real headphones.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Well, maybe we'll try it next show.
Okay, we'll
try. We'll give it another shot.
Try them next week. Yeah. But we're coming to you from the Steve Shuttler Media Oski Dental Studios in downtown Sigourney, Iowa. And today I'm sipping a delicious beverage from my Steve Shuttler Media tumbler.
Yes.
Courtesy of Oski Dental. So, Steve, can people get their hands on these tumblers, or are these just so elite?
Pretty limited edition, elite. They're for just the special people.
Oh, well.
I might do some giveaways with some of these on Facebook, but we'll see.
All right. So put your name in the comments down there. Say hi to us. Ask if you can have a tumbler, and maybe you will be one of the lucky winners.
Maybe,
and maybe not.
Aaron is just trying to give away my stuff right now.
I'm trying to give away all of your stuff. Next week, I'll be giving away your T-shirts, Steve. So hang on to your hats, everybody. It's a free giveaway day. You know, you can come visit the Steve Shuttler Media Studios for free. Get a free tour. We're right above. Now I'm saying we. I just am taking over
you're part
your
of
business.
The team here. Heck yeah. Right above Barnwired.
Right above Barnwired. Come and get a coffee. And right next door, there's Sweet Treats. Who's
Bee's Sweet Treats?
Bee's Sweet Treats. Get a sweet treat. Get a cup of coffee. Come on up and check out the Steve Shuttler Media Studio.
Yeah.
I just totally invited you into another man's space.
And get a tumbler and a T-shirt. Whatever. Take something off the wall if you want.
There's a lot of nice Hawkeye paraphernalia in here. I might help myself too before we're done here. Oh my, it's been a little while since we've been together, hasn't it?
Been,
now I'm feeling a little silly. A little silly. but I think our consistent listeners are used to a little bit of silliness on here. But let's talk real. Let's talk real, Steve.
Let's get it real.
Let's reflect on an interesting question. Like, have you ever felt unqualified for a job?
Yep.
I think I've felt unqualified for all of my jobs. I think back to, like, I got a woodworking job when I had just gotten engaged, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should earn some money and not just work part-time. And so I got a woodworking job with the guy from church, and I had not touched wood since 8th grade when I got the lowest grade in shop class.
I took shop class too, and I was not very. I would usually with the electric sander, I would usually make I would make a dip into the wood. I would stay on that one spot too long, and then I would ruin it. Oh well.
I've done that a time or two myself with electric sanders. Yeah, so I did not feel qualified for that job. Later on, I took a delivery job with that company, got me a Class D commercial driver's license, and without practicing at all, got in a 37-foot long straight truck, and off down the highway I went.
Wow.
Did not feel qualified for that. Didn't wreck that truck too many times.
Didn't you tell a story one time you were out east somewhere, like in a really tight or windy road? I can't remember.
I got it stuck in Brookline, Massachusetts, which is one of the boroughs of Boston. Really tight, narrow residential streets, and I just could not get around a corner, and I ended up like I was stuck. I was not touching anything, but on both sides, I'm halfway through a curve with maybe an inch on each side of between the truck and the corners of people's houses, and so thankfully I was with I had a co-driver, and we switched, and he did about a 4,000 point turn and got it out of there. But oh man. Man, yeah, I did not train for that job. I just started doing it. Kind of the same thing with pastoring, really. No, I mean, like, I did lots of stuff in the church over the years, and everything from being in the nursery with the little kids a couple of times to preaching and leading Bible studies and stuff like that. But I didn't have seminary training or classes on how to do this and that and the other thing, and so I've been in a lot of awkward positions where I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. You got any of those occasions
where I've been in awkward positions?
I
mean, Steve Shetler Media as a whole. If you were to go back about a year and I don't know 7 months ago at the beginning of this, things have changed. Yeah. I kind of know what I'm doing now, as opposed to not having a clue what I was doing at the beginning.
Lots of tech upgrades,
yes.
and I have been here when you've been like a little frustrated with your laptop, maybe a couple of times.
Yes.
And now look at us with all this all this handsome Steve Shetler Media paraphernalia. Again, courtesy of Oski Dental. If your teeth hurt, you should go there. Is that their motto?
Yeah, sure.
If it's not,
if your teeth hurt, please come here.
maybe go there before your teeth start to hurt. I don't know. Oh man, so I've just been thinking about this, Steve. This thing of not being qualified for the job, because we're doing a construction project at New Life up in Wellman this coming Sunday. Let's see, we're airing on Tuesday evening here, and this coming Sunday it's May 27th. So Sunday, June 1st. Will be our first Sunday in our brand new building. We moved all of our stuff out of the YMCA. We just took it all the sound stuff, the signs, the little communion cups, the shelves, everything's out of there. So we're doing all this construction. So I've been looking at the book of Nehemiah, which is about a dude who built a wall. Interesting fact. Nehemiah was not an architect. He was not a stonemason. He was not a carpenter. He was actually he was a butler Like he was the sommelier. I think that's how you say that word. We don't talk about sommeliers a whole lot here, and
That's a new one for me. I don't know if I've ever heard that word.
That's the fancy French word for a wine connoisseur.
Oh.
Like if you had a fancy French restaurant, and the sommelier would be the guy who would be like, "This white Zinfandel matches with the fish."
Would he come by with a white towel over his arm?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then he pours and then wipes the rim of the bottle on that white towel. I think that's what the white towel is for. So yeah, sommelier. That's what Nehemiah was, like the guy who brought the wine to the king and was like, this is the vintage from 650 BC, and I think this will pair well with your rhubarb encrusted shellfish
on the palate.
So yeah, we don't talk about that a whole lot here. This is kind of Busch Light country, I think.
Tassel Ridge Winery, is a sponsor. So
okay. I didn't know Tassel Ridge was and that's, for Iowa, that's a pretty classy vineyard. I think I've been there. The wife and I went down and took a tour and a little wine tasting. So shout out to Tassel Ridge over there by Oski. Not a sponsor of this show, but that's okay. So Nehemiah is actually a butler or a sommelier, but he gets it into his head to go home and rebuild the city wall of Jerusalem. And so I just got to reading in chapter 3 and identifying nobody else that was working on the wall is identified as a craftsman, or not a building craftsman. So there's no architects, no carpenters, no masons. The different professions that are mentioned are priests. So there's some priests, and like, what do the priests usually do? They're not usually building walls. They're usually like chanting the Psalms or making sacrifices, or I don't know, doing that, wearing robes,
priestly things,
not building things. There's several goldsmiths who are mentioned as working on the wall.
Okay.
And I think like maybe goldsmiths are craftsmen, right? And they use little tiny little hammers to make finely crafted, like ding 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 ding.
It's just a wee little hammer.
Just a wee little hammer and a wee little chisel. And now you got these goldsmiths out there lugging around, these big honking stones, and they got some sledgehammers and shovels, and they're slinging mortar all over the place. These guys weren't prepared or qualified for that job, but there they were working on the project. Then the next profession that I really enjoy thinking about is the perfume makers. Hananiah, the perfume maker. And
would she stand at the mall when you walked in and spray a little in the air as you walked by?
Yeah, that guy, that lady. I'm not imagining a big burly guy with a big beard and.
Oh, this is a guy. I was thinking it was a woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is a guy who's a perfume maker.
Smell my perfume.
I don't know. I think this guy is probably got pretty soft hands, because he's like, "Would you like to try my lotion?" And so. Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe he was like 6'7" and played high school football and was on the wrestling team and just got into perfume making because there was a lot of money to be made. Sure. I don't know, but perfume maker just doesn't say to me, guy throwing around big stones and mixing mortar and stuff like that. But there he was, out there helping build the wall. And it just reminds me that there's just a zillion times in the Bible that we see God calling an unqualified person to do something that they didn't think that they could do. Can we think of any? Moses had a stutter and was supposed to go talk to the king of Egypt. It's like, how am I supposed to do that? David goes from being a shepherd to a warrior in a day. Like he had fought some bears and some lions and stuff, but bears and lions aren't trained warriors like Goliath was. So yeah, just kind of thinking through there. Jesus goes along, and instead of getting the top picks from Bible school, he goes out and calls some fishermen and a tax collector, and I don't think those guys probably felt very well prepared to be called to be apostles. So yeah, we just see that over and over and over again in the Bible. And here it is in Nehemiah chapter 3. So how are we doing on time here? We're doing okay.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there for everybody. Because certainly God is going to call you to do something that you feel unqualified for. And that's it. It seems to me actually like God loves to do that. It's his preference. Mm-hmm. He likes to do that. Like there's some things I like to do, and this seems like something that God likes to do. And then like it's pretty obvious. It shows how mighty he is when he pulls it off, when he uses unlikely characters. But yeah, kind of pushes us out into some scary spaces, though, doesn't it?
For sure.
Yeah. But there we are. So I think that might be it for today's Real Talk. Any other thoughts there, Steve? Or
no, I was just thinking that every once in a while, and I'm not going to butcher it, and I won't even really try to, but there's a meme that makes across Facebook every once in a while, and it lists the different people in the Bible and what they were, just showing how God can use anybody and everybody and take them from what they have been in the past or what they've done in the past and make them into a Bible hero. Or maybe in our case, whatever we've done in our past, he can still take you and use you and shape you into something that can be a great modern time person.
Yeah. So. And while you were sharing that, I thought again too of other things that most of us don't feel prepared for, like being a dad.
Sure.
Like until you were a dad, you didn't know how to be a dad, but I don't think most of like our kids never guess until maybe they reach their teen years and they're like, I'm not sure if my parents really actually know what they're doing. But like when your kid is little, they're just like, Dad,
you're just winging it.
You're winging it. They're winging it. They don't know any better, and they just love you because you show up and take care of them and read them books or whatever it is, and they love you that way, even though you were unprepared. I do remember when Melissa was pregnant with our first, like suddenly realizing like I've never held a baby. Maybe I should practice that a little bit. So I'd go around to ladies at church who had babies and be like, can I hold your kid for a little bit? And so I practiced a little bit, but stuff like that you don't even think about until you're like, oh wow, we're gonna have a tiny little human being in our house in 3 months, and maybe I should get ready.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll call it a wrap here. Thanks to everybody for being with us, and hey, if you're in the Wellman area on Sunday and you're looking for a church service to attend, we'll be starting at 10 o'clock in the morning in our brand new building at 257 8th Avenue in Wellman. The best place to park is going to be in the city parking lot just off 9th Avenue. So we'll have some signs back there, and we'll have the back door. Oh, man, I wasn't going to call it the back door. We have 2 doors, one on 8th Avenue and then one by the city parking lot, which is off 9th Avenue. So come and join us, and it might be cozy. We're still working on some renovations, so expect a little sawdust in the entryway. Expect some things that'll be moved around some in the next couple of weeks, including the bathrooms. Might get moved around and changed. But we do have bathrooms ready, Steve. Like there will be a place. It will be okay. So, all right. Hey, thanks for being with us, everybody. Hope we'll see you around soon.
All right. And again, that is Real Talk, always sponsored by New Life Community Church in Wellman, Iowa. We'll do this again next week here on Steve Shetler Media.